Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us for the National Youth Council of Jamaica Youth Tell Your Life Story Awards ceremony. This evening, we are indeed elated to have you on with us, whether you're joining via Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. We say welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. As we get ready to get into this evening's proceeding, we ask now Mr. Ricardo Fearman to be praying our open prayer at this time.
Good evening, everyone. Please get yourself in the attitude of prayer. Let us pray. Loving Lord and our Heavenly Father, we truly want to give you thanks for a lovely afternoon such as this. We pray that you will send your holy angels to be with this program, as our youths will be telling their life story live so that everyone can see and hear, and that it may impact the life of someone. Father God, in a special way, I ask that you will tarry with us. I ask that you will take full control of this afternoon, and whatever we do or say, or whatever story may be told this afternoon, it may be done in your most honor and glory. So this I say thanks through Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Sir Fearman, for praying for us as we get into our session. And at this time, we open with our national anthem, which will be played at this time. Wonderful. Such a wonderful anthem. We're indeed blessed as a country and blessed as an island to have a prayer for our national anthem. And at this time, without any further ado, we'll be having welcome and acknowledgement. And this will be done by none other than the lady herself, Anna K. McIntosh, General Secretary of the National Youth Council of Jamaica. Lady McIntosh, over to you.
Thank you, Ricardo. It's really an honor and a privilege for us to be gathered in this fashion on Zoom to celebrate the work of our youths. So often we meet on these platforms, but it is commendable that today we'll be just celebrating our young people who have been doing tremendous work in their different areas. I just want to take the time to, of course, welcome the First Deputy Chairman, Kimani Martin, who is the one coordinating this. Special welcome to Mrs. Charlene Bent. She is our youth officer that works with us from the Ministry of Education at the Youth Adolescent Policy Division. Previously, I heard Mr. Guyan. I'm not sure if Mr. Guy Mitchell is here, but of course, he's also the officer working with us. And if he's here, welcome to him as well. Welcome to all our executive members from the different parish councils who are here celebrating in this tremendous activity. And special welcome to lastly our awardees. It would have been a journey for you to be here, to be acknowledged. And I pray that no matter how small this token may be, that it will be something to remind you to continue to do the work, continue to work hard, and to continue to commit to that which you're doing for the benefit of the youth nation. Welcome to everyone who is viewing on the different social media platforms, and we look forward to a smooth sailing and instructive session. Over to you, Ricardo.
Thank you, Lady Anake. Indeed, we're feeling welcome this evening. And as we continue in our program this evening, we'll be having First Deputy Chairman Kimani Morte, who will be giving us an overview of the Youth Choice Tell Your Life Story Award. Sir Martin, over to you at this time.
Thank you, Nicola. And I would like to say good evening to everyone and distinguished guests who are invited to this virtual ceremony. So, as I'll be giving overview of the Youth Tell a Life Story. So, the Youth Tell a Life Story is a series that will highlight positive and success youths that has been doing good within their parish and their community who have triumphant out of negative circumstances while impacting life within their community, and we'll be sharing their story, how they can encourage and motivate other youths to stay fast and movable and to keep your eyes on the prize. So this initiative is can use in terms of youth reaching youth to stem other youths from crime and violence, as what we have been seeing happening in our country. A lot of violence, a lot of youths getting involved in crime. So this initiative is for these youths to help to motivate other youths to say not to give up and not to throw in the towel, and that you can too come out of your circumstances and impact other life that is out there. As you know, in the juvenile centers, there are a lot of youths that is within the juvenile centers who are under 18 who get involved in crime, have gun charges. So with this initiative that can help these youths to be motivated. So what I want to say to the participants and the awardees, congratulations that you have responded to the call to apply for this production. And as you see, this production will grow from strength to strength. And what I want to say before I take my leave is that don't think about what you don't have, but think about what you can give with what you have. Thank you. Over to you, Ricardo.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, for giving us such a highlight and insight into the Youth Tell Your Life Story Youth Choice Awards session. Thank you very much, sir. At this
Thank
time, we're getting ready to get into our greeting segment. And to bring greetings on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, we'll be having none other than the lady herself, Mrs. Charlene Matux Bent, who will be representing the Ministry of Education and greeting us at this time.
Thank you so very much, Masters of Ceremony, Mr. Ricardo Miller, Kimani Martin, and the Planning Committee for the You Tell Your Life Story, members of the National Executive, Board of Directors, and the entire National Executive, community-based youth organizations all across the island, specially invited guests, members viewing from the Youth and Adolescents Policy Division of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Welcome, a pleasant good afternoon to everyone. We just want to say how very welcoming we are at the Ministry of this initiative that seeks to identify grassroots youth and to unearth them, to showcase their capabilities and to award them. This is so very much needed in this time. We see it as a move, a positive step in the right direction as we all try to accomplish positive youth development all across Jamaica. So, we just welcome everyone to this virtual award ceremony. It is the You Tell Your Life Story Youth Choice Awards, as it is dubbed, and we are pleased to be associated. Congratulations to all of the awardees, and congratulations to the National Youth Council of Jamaica for inspiring or coming up with the idea of this awards. You have our support, and we look forward to other young people being identified all across the island and their efforts being recognized and awarded. We encourage you to continue to strive for excellence, and irrespective of what life throws at you, you use those lemons, those sour and bitter situations and circumstances, use them to make your lemonade. We celebrate you tonight, and as the good book says, we overcome by the word of our testimony. And we have seen a lot of good testimonies of young people who, in spite of the odds, they persevered and they overcame. And we want to highlight and celebrate you this evening. Congratulations once again. It's over to you, Mr. Ricardo Miller.
Thank you, Lady Matux Bent. Indeed, we are happy that the ministry is well engaged and endorses this initiative. At this time, we continue in our greeting segment, and we'll be going over to Mr. Kemoy Reed, who is the financial controller of the National Youth Council of Jamaica, and he will bring us greetings on behalf of the council. Sir Reed?
Thank you, Sir Master of Ceremony. Let me extend greetings to everyone who is here, and of course, persons watching both on our local and abroad on our social media platforms. Let me, of course, extend greetings to everybody here, and of course, mainly the recipients of today's You Tell Your Life story.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Right. Brief but to the point and direct. Indeed, we are grateful, sir. As we continue this evening, we'll be having a musical item entitled My Dream from Nesbeth. At this time, we'll take that item, and after which we'll be having the introduction of our keynote speaker, and followed by our keynote speaker, and we'll continue in the session at that time.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, where them treat me less than good. Put Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a take plain like JUTC. When you see me, it's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call is like roars after roars. Sweet melody and chorus after chorus. Them like a one door, me bust doors after doors after doors after doors after doors after doors. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. The blessing does a flow over. This a copia and a cover. Judge a soldier from boardhouse to sidewalk to leather sofa. Them say me living at the coast and no track. No sir, me no mix up in a coca. Marijuana no dust to the nose ya. I no powder, not a obia. Can't get over. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a thank God for me blessing. No, me can afford to give back to some of the same people. Them we used to set things. All who used to set him. Nah, bust him, can't bust them. Same one I take bust. Come on, stay trophy, call up them. But me still a call up them. Bust them, but me can't trust them. See them, but me not touch. No, hate them, but me can't love them. From Trenchtown, our next star rise again. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now.
All right. Thank you, Nesbeth, for such a wonderful item. Indeed, my dreams. Look at me now. I continue to excel. I continue to do well. So we encourage everyone that's on this evening. So despite the challenges, despite your current situation, that does not dictate what you will become and what you can. So become your best self as we go forward. And continue to dream and continue to have that dream. Yeah, man, enough lessons. At this time, we continue in our segment and we'll be having the introduction of our keynote speaker this evening. And to do the honors for us, we'll be having Mr. Ricardo Fairman, who will be reading the introduction of our keynote speaker. Sir Fairman, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Go ahead, Sir Fairman.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Miller?
Yes, you can go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Sir Fairman seems to be having some technical difficulties, so we'll work on that. comes to internet, it gives its fair shares of problem and glitches. We know that sometimes flow does move a little slow, but we intend to continue and get into our at this time. So, Mr. Fairman, are you ready now, sir?
Are you hearing me clearly, Lumila?
Yes, we're hearing you clearly. Go ahead, sir. Over to you.
My internet is unstable. My apology. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight. But they, while their companions slept, they were toiling upward through the night.
Right, we apologize for the technical glitches. However, we will be proceeding at this time. We'll be asking Anna K. McIntosh, General Secretary of the National Youth Council of Jamaica, to do the introductions for us at this time. And Anna K., over to you.
Thank you, Ricardo. I hope I do as good a job as Mr. Fairman was about to. So the height by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were upward toiling through the night. Hailing from the beautiful parish of Manchester is a brilliant, energetic, kind-hearted, friendly, and youthful young man, Mr. Rashane Anthony Morgan. He grew up in the community of Poorest Manchester, where his formative education began at the Poorest Infant School, then to the Poorest High School, then to the Poorest Primary School. After completing 6 years of his primary educational journey, he was placed at the Poorest High School, where he did 5 excellent years of high school. Leadership for Mr. Rashane was innate, and throughout his high school years, he served in numerous of school involvements, including prefect, senior prefect, and then deputy head boy. Mr. Morgan also served as ISCF secretary, treasurer, and was the brand ambassador for 4-H Club, gaining him both local and international exposures. He's an educator who holds a first degree in primary education from the International University of the Caribbean, where he later completed a master's degree with the University of the West Indies in educational leadership and administration. During Mr. Morgan's tenure at the University of the West Indies, he served as first-year representative for Chancellor Hall and currently works at the Mandeville Primary School, where he is currently a part-time facilitator at the Heart Trust Institution. Rashane is guided by the philosophy, success is a journey, not a destination, and such passion has elevated him to service his parish and country as youth leader and ambassador at the youth council level. He enjoys working with young people and is very passionate about the rich heritage of his native country, Jamaica. Rashane is a community man and is a part of the Aki-Tree Mentorship Program, which helps to motivate and provide scholarship and inspiration to over 100 youths in his community. Mr. Morgan is a proud member and director of the Optimist Club of Mandeville and has served at various levels in this club, including Director for Internet Safety, Club and Membership Chairperson, and Optimistic International Representative for the Caribbean District. Currently, Mr. Morgan is the Director for Internet Safety for Zone 7. He's also the Poorest High School Past Student Board Advisor, the Events and Program Coordinator for Youth Activities, and Central Jamaica Conference Youth Coordinator for the Poorest District of Churches. Job-wise, he leads and micromanages on a number of committees at work. He's a senior teacher with responsibilities for the Culture and Environment Department, and he serves on the Literacy Committee as a member, Transition Committee as the Event Co-Coordinator. Rashane is a proud recipient of several awards for outstanding leadership and services. He was awarded the Bert Mitchell Award for Leadership and Humanitarians twice, and he was awarded Most Outstanding Youth Ambassador at the community and parish level. He also received certificates of appreciation for outstanding contribution to sponsorship and partnership and participation in cultural events. He's a mentor, a personal advisor, and to other youth leaders, both within the government and the private sector. Mr. Morgan is capable in representing and getting the job done, well-rounded, culturally, and developed in all areas. I present to you Mr. Rashane Anthony Morgan.
Thank you, Anna Kay. Over to you, Sir Morgan.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Anna Kay, for ably doing that introduction. Thank you very much. I must also say good evening to persons who are listening on the respective social media platforms. I must also send greetings to the respective stakeholders that participated in making this program a success. Thank you once more for the invite and this opportunity to be your guest speaker as we acknowledge and recognize the hard work that our youth continue to perform, not only within the communities, but also at a national level. I must say commendation to each and every one of the awardees this evening. And there is always an award waiting for those who want to come and join this grand initiative. Thanks. All right, as your theme of focus this afternoon looks at looks at awarding grassroots youths, it is a great opportunity when persons, and I'm going to speak this afternoon as it relates to someone from experience who started working at the grassroots level in carrying out youthful activities within my community, within my school, within my parish, and then I've grown to the national level. My presentation, however, will focus on just 3 basic C's. We have the choice. That's one of my first C's. The second one will focus on the course that we travel daily. And the third one will be the change. So the choice, the course, and the change. When we look at the various development that is taking place within our society, we are losing a number of our young people due to crime and violence. We are losing our young people as it relates to limitation or persons not gaining the direct access to education. We are losing our young people because of social challenges, known and unknown. But today, I want to encourage someone by telling them that how your achievement goes back to the choices that we all make in our lives. Now, we might not be from the brightest family, we might not be the brightest in our classes, but we all have an opportunity in reaching out and achieving the best that is offered to us. We start this choice by getting an education. That's one. We start this choice by getting involved. We start this choice by the friends, the companies, the organization, the youth clubs that we seek to be a part of. I encourage somebody today that as you are about to make a choice, you don't just step into a career, you don't just step into a profession. You actually sit and you have discussions with your family members, you have discussions with your friends, you have discussions with persons who are experienced in the field of study or the areas that you choose to embark your life career choice or you discuss your professional goals on, rather. Now, you have a choice, young people. Awardees, you had a choice to either you're going to take up violence or you are going to be that disciplined young man, that disciplined young girl. I am sure for many of you listening, there are persons who would ridicule you because what? You seem to be the highty-tighty, you seem to be the teacher's pet, or you are quote unquote, as persons would say, that you're a police informer. But I'm going to say to you, and I encourage each and every one of you, that when you join the youth clubs, when you interact and when you maintain a level of mannerism within our society, is the choice that you make to create a change that others would want to take a page from your books. I encourage you all today that when you make these choices, ensure that you make it with the inclusion of the Creator. I'm just going to repeat that for somebody. When you make these choices in life, ensure that you include the Creator, right? Because in the scriptures, he'll tell you that from within your mother's womb, he's basically ordained your steps. He ordained your pathway, right? When I choose to expand my life, expand my interest in being involved in my community, in being involved in youthful activities, at some point in time, there were persons who would have their own interpretation of my growth to success. But guess what? I knew what I was about, right? I knew my mandate. I had my agenda and I had set my goals. When you are putting together your choices, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you that you know what you're about. You know your mandate. You set your agenda because guess what? That will be your blueprint into the future. My second C focuses on your choice of course. Now, understand that the roads to success will never be easy. The road to success, it has a lot of potholes. Some of these potholes will come in the form of friends that you think you wouldn't really want to let go of, friends that you might have to let go of because they are creating a baggage that you cannot maintain, that you cannot handle, that you cannot live up to, right? When you choose your directions in life, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to choose it wisely. Wisely in a sense that note that the decision you make today will determine your eternity. There are persons who they're unable to move in life because of a mistake they made when they were 14 years old, right? That is no way to say that you should not press on or try to cross the barriers that you need to achieve life. Ensure that the decision you make is something that will enrich you, something that will build you, something that will motivate you, and not only you, but understand that you are a leader in your own rights. And there are others who are looking at you. There are others who are expecting you. Persons will look at you for two reasons. Persons will look at you to excel, and there are persons who will look at you to fail. But guess what? You decide. And how you decide is how you operate as an individual. Because, ladies and gentlemen, failure is in the pathway of each and every one of us. Yes, failure is in the pathway for each and every one of us. But guess what? We have to be an overcomer. And how we be an overcomer? We have to ensure that we are steadfast to the mandate that we set. We have to ensure that we maintain our goals and we keep that blueprint. And the blueprint would be the objectives that you set for your life's journey. As we endure or as we sojourn our courses in life, I encourage someone out there, ensure that you don't live to please others, but you live to inspire you. Yes. Don't live to please others, but live to inspire you. Ensure that you, whatever you're doing in life, do it to enrich and do it to build you, right? Don't try and change to please somebody else. I'm not sure which young people, which young individual out there is trying to change to please somebody, right? But I am advising you, don't try and change to please someone. Try and change to better you. Because when you better you, growth starts from you. And it's your growth that others will see and try to emulate the good that they want to be in society. I'll tell you this. It's from my introduction. It said that I'm a teacher. And persons will ask me the question every day, if I really wanted to be a teacher. And my little response would have been no. I at no point in time teaching was a part of one of my first highlighted profession. But guess what? You reached out to life. You hold on to the opportunities. And when you hold on to the opportunities, you just shower yourself in it. Yes, you shower yourself in it. And most of the times, all the times, in some cases, the finances might not be there. But in life, we learn to live within our means. And I'm telling my young people today, don't sell out yourself for anything or for anyone. There are things that you will lose and you're unable to gain or build it back. I'll always share with my students in saying, your character takes a lifetime to build, but it can break within seconds. And all that you'd have worked for and all that you would have done, it just goes into non-existence. While we seek to exist today on our journeys, ensure that we don't allow the issues within our society. We don't have to be in a gang to contribute to change. No. We don't have to be a part of the negative posse for us to even create an impact in society. It starts by simply you being you. Be humble, be kind, be generous. You don't have to be a millionaire to make a difference in your community. All you have to do is have one word, and that is respect, right? Yes, be respectful. Respectful to even those who don't respect you, because what? You are positioning yourself in becoming the change. And once you position yourself, ladies and gentlemen, in becoming the change that society seeks and that society requires, then guess what? Everything else will fall in place. As we continue to think of our journey, right? Note that in life, we all needed a start. Yes, we all needed a start in life. And the grassroots, as it says, is one of the lowest level, right, that you start. No, don't think that the grass just simply remain the grass. It grows, it expands, it creates, it bursts, blossoms, it blooms into something else. Yes, be that grassroots youth today that others would really want to emulate. Don't let the potholes, right? And crime and violence is another pothole, right? Yes, I know you're going to have some friends that are going to say to you, come and join the group because we're the in thing. No, the only thing is the in thing now is you being you. You getting an education, you enjoying your youthfulness, and you making you and your family proud. Jamaica needs more individual that will help to create, that will help in enhancing the development. Ladies and gentlemen, I want each and every one of you who are listening on this platform to encourage. I know there are persons who are going to say to you, why you want to be in everything? You can't in everything. Let me tell you this. You can get your foot out there and make that change. Step out and be bold. Be bold and be proud. Proud of who you are. Now, the third one is that, my third C is that I encourage you while you are stepping out there, be the change. Be the change that society wants. Be the change, be that young man that will create a difference in your community. Be that young woman that will create a difference in your parish. Life is dynamic, and dynamic things will allow you to expand and generate growth within our society. Now, you might have that burning idea and you are thinking within yourself that, boy, nobody will ever listen to you. But know that each one can teach one. And through teaching, we reach others. Don't sit on your talent, young people. The change will only come if you get up and you act. The change will only come if you get up and you get involved. And when I say get involved, I encourage someone today to get involved. Find your police youth clubs, find your parish youth clubs, find or help to create a youth club within your institutions. I have been through a number of youth clubs. I've started a number of them, right? I've helped to empower a number of young people. Now, I encourage you to go out there and encourage someone to join the team of change. I encourage you all to be the change. And when you are the change, you won't even have to ask anyone to join your team, because what? They are always going to want to be a part of the productive line. Let me give you a little caption, because some persons might think that, oh, the presenter don't even understand what I am going through. Let me perfectly tell you, when I started university, I never knew where my first tuition was coming from. Apparently, I knew where none of my tuitions were at any point, where it was coming from. But I trusted God. And not only did I trusted God, but I had my objectives set. And with my objectives, I knew what I was working for. I think I was the only person who started the institution within the month of November. When I started school, the first section of my book, it was photocopied information, right? Photocopied information, meaning that I met some persons in life that helped me in the early phase, right? And note that you'll also have these encounters. You'll have persons who are willing to help you, persons who are willing to motivate you, persons who are willing to inspire you. And note you're going to have the negatives as well, because there are persons who are going to tell you to do it their way instead of your way. And these are all a part of life's journey. Yes. And when I started, I was just 2 weeks away from final semester exam. And I went home and I beat the books, right? Exam came, I went and I did what I thought was my best, right? Because persons have a thing nowadays, it's either to go hard or go home. Good. I can't allow to go back home because I know and I understand the struggles, right? And I had my agenda and I want to make myself proud and my family proud too. Good. The results came the January and I was called in by the recruitment officer and she asked me to write my little story or write as to why I started school so late. And I poured out in the letter. And I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, God has provided, right? And I got a full 4-year scholarship. What if I had really just hold my little thing and say, boy, I started late, so let me just do a little late performance. No, we cannot allow situations or circumstances in life to suppress us from achieving our goal. I'm encouraging someone today, don't be a product of your environment. Yes, don't be a product of your environment. Your environment can be a ghetto. You don't have to be a product of the ghetto. You can be the change in the ghetto, right? Because the question was asked in the Bible, if good can come from Israel, and yes, it can. And today, can good come from you? Yes, good can come from you. We don't even have to stop at good. The best can come from you. I'm giving you the charge today, my young people. I am giving you the charge today, recipients. And I'm giving those who are watching and listening the charge today to know that you can do it if you only apply the effort, if you apply the worth, if you apply the work. We are all achievers. And I can tell you, when I started there, I kept rising and rising and rising, right? Where I am today, I am not even half where I want to go. But guess what? I continue to work towards it. I am encouraging you today. Don't get comfortable as to where you are, because there is much more that you can do. And I encourage my young people from the grassroots, don't settle at the grassroots level, because if you had settled, you wouldn't have reached where you are today. You grow. And when you grow, you're going to grow into a product that society is going to be pleased of, right? Your family is going to be proud of. And not only your family, but I want you to be proud and be proud of you and what you have to offer, right? It says, the heights, and I will close with this, the heights by great men reach and kept, it was never attained by sudden flight. But while your companions are sleeping, I encourage you to toil. I encourage you to work. I encourage you to empower. I encourage you to be inspired. And I encourage you to be motivated. And it's through your motivation, ladies and gentlemen, that you will be able to motivate others. And while you motivate others, I too want you to feel good within yourself, to feel good and know that you are a chosen generation, right? And all your life, you continue to be faithful. Be faithful to your Creator, because at the end of the day, when you reach where you are, you will be proud of not only what you were able to do, but what you were able to do for others. I want you all to note that success, success in life, it continues to be a journey. And don't you ever treat it like it's a destination, because there is no end or stop to your success or your achievement. Be inspired today, and congratulations to all my recipients this evening, to all the recipients this evening. As you collect your award, be proud, be bold, and be encouraged. And while you are encouraged, continue to inspire and motivate others so that they too will enjoy and will be a part of the successful change that society is waiting for you to bring to it. God bless you all and enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Morgan. Indeed, such an inspirational speech, I must say. And indeed, I am encouraged to continue the work I am doing. And I hope that we all are encouraged this evening to continue in the various areas that we are serving, continue to serve and do well, continue to do our best and excel in whatever capacity we find ourselves in. Wonderful. Thank you again, Sir Rush. I would say you can go ahead and clap your virtual hands. You can go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, in the chat section if you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. So yeah, man, so let us know how you're feeling, how your response to this charge this evening as we seek to move forward. As we continue also in our program this afternoon, we're entering our session, our interactive session at this time, where we have the awesome opportunity, where I have the awesome opportunity to engage and interact with a few of our awardees this evening. So we have with us this evening Sir Clivoy Balfour. We have also with us Lady Kamisha McLean, and we also have Sir Todd Hasler. So they will be showcasing or sharing and giving us a brief highlight of their story. So we give them the opportunity at this time. So we'll be touching base with Sir Balfour at this time. Right, so we get ready this evening for a great time. All right, Sir Balfour, are you ready? You can unmute and we are ready for you, sir.
Ready, time.
Wonderful. Yes, Sir Balfour. Good evening again, sir.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Miller. Evening.
So, Sir Balfour, could you tell us about yourself?
Right. I am Clivoy Balfour, name stated before, the president of the Sligoville Police Week Club, and also the DA rep for St. Catherine. All right. And I am just a simple person, vibrant, dedicated young man, just a passion-driven and a man of God.
Wonderful, wonderful. Which parish are you from, Sir Balfour?
I'm from the parish of St. Catherine.
Right, nice. Nice parish. My home away from home somewhere. Yeah, indeed a nice parish. So, tell us about your story. How did you get involved in youth development, and what was it like growing up as well? But yes, let us know how just tell us some good stuff now.
Okay, well, for me, I was born and grew in the cool hills of Sligoville, right?
Yes.
And I actually became a member of the Sligoville Police Club. I was invited by a friend, right? And at that time, they're doing some recruitment. And I went there for the first week, and I went there another week. And at that time, they were selecting exempt members. And I remember the leader, Mr. Damien A. Right, he looked at me and he said, "Hey, Moa, you know the club, you know." And I said, "Sir, but I don't know nothing about the club. I'm just a new member." And he said, "Look here, I'm going to give you the position of a treasurer." And I said, "Sir, you don't know me, so if you give me that." He said, "Yeah, man, I give man the seat for you. So you will be a good leader. And you know, you can do your thing." And I said, "Okay." And from there, since then, I was a treasurer, and please note, and I was doing the duty of a president, of a secretary, of a PRO, everything, right? And then I spent a year in the portfolio of a treasurer, and the next election I was given the president, or voted the elect president, and from then until now, I'm still the president. All right, and that is how I got involved in the youth club movement. All right,
Nice.
I am, well, for me, I'm a born leader because I have a lot of hats on my head now, right? Church, youth club, whatever it is, school, always president, when a president, always some leadership role that I have to play.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. So what was it like growing up in St. Catherine?
Well, everything have its up and down, right? We do have our hurdles and obstacles to overcome. So it wasn't, I would say, it wasn't an easy road, all right? It wasn't an easy road, but it is a cool place, a quiet place. I wasn't a bad child. I am not a bad child. So, I mean, I don't have a problem, all right? It's just that I have to just stay determined and push towards my goal.
What is your biggest challenge, Sir Balfour?
Well, to be honest, while growing up, I think I don't know if it's low self-esteem. I wouldn't say it is that, but I usually think about what persons think of me. So that will usually, bring me down and get me depressed. But since lately, though, or recently, I think being a part of the movement helped me to overcome that hurdle. Right? But my biggest challenge now, I don't think I do have a big one. I still maybe have a little bit of touch out, the little that the little mountain, but otherwise I'm fine. I'm good.
Nice. That's good. And I'm happy that you have also included how you overcome so much through youth club. Other than the youth club, what other mechanism you utilize to motivate and encourage yourself?
I mean, I'm a person that always do listen to music, all right? And I will read, positive quotes. And those are the stuff that, enlighten me. And also, my favorite Bible scripture is quoted, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I mean, that is what actually guides me along the way. Because no matter what it may be, I can if I put my mind to it. And I will overcome. And I will be successful.
Wonderful. Well said, sir. Before Balfour. Yes, just one more question, sir. Just one more question. Do you ever get tired of your work or frustrated and feel like you want to give up sometimes?
Oh Lord. Currently, to be honest, even though it was last week I had an exit meeting, and when I am actually a student of the St. Jude Teachers College, and I am here now and I try my best. Right? I put up my all, and at times, my leaders that I'm supposed to be working with, not bashing them, right? But I'm just saying, when I'm trying and I realize that they're not putting out much effort as they should, that actually got me frustrated. And when I talk, there's always somebody, I don't know if they might listen to me going around the corner or whatever, but there's always somebody there to come and say, "Hey, brother, don't give up. Keep trying. Keep trying." So yes, there's time when I do get frustrated and I do feel like when I give up. But remember, always stay determined. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Wonderful, wonderful. I said my final question, but I want you to give a charge to the young people of Jamaica, to the youths of Jamaica. What is your encouragement to the youths that may have found themselves in similar situations like you? What is your encouragement to uplift them to rise and get out of that situation and to do their best? What's your word of motivation to them, sir?
All right. Well, young people, the speaker just now just said it and done, right? Don't be a product of your environment, right? No matter what it may be, situation may be, you can overcome. All right. Just have a goal, have your objective, work towards it, and keep motivating yourself. Because what? If you don't motivate yourself, no one will be. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you won't be moving from where you are. Keep believing in yourself, keep pushing, keep fighting, and don't give up. Sky is the limit.
Wow. Thank you. Well said, Sir Balfour. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
We continue in our little rap talk session, and at this time we'll be having with us Lady Kamisha McLean.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lady McLean. How are you?
Tremendous, tremendous.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, Lady McLean, tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, I must say I'm a proud mom of 6 wonderful kids. I am representing for my parish, of course, St. Thomas. I am the vice president.
St. Thomas in the house.
Yes, yes. I'm the vice president for the Yalas Police Youth Club. I'm also the assistant secretary for the St. Thomas Parish Youth Council.
Oh, nice. You feel a lot of hats, man, and capacities. You're going with a lot of things, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know, you got to keep yourself empowered and engaged. And you know, there are 1 and 2 persons out there for you to just give a little motivation here and there. So, yeah.
Nice. So what was it like growing up in St. Thomas, Lady McLean?
Well, I'm a born Kingstonian, but but I moved to St. Thomas. I grew up with my grandma. There wasn't any, say, support from mommy, but it was rough because, you know, growing up without a mom, there ain't certain guidance there. So, you know, you follow friends at school and thing, and then, you know, you just get a one catch, bop, get pregnant in a high school and thing, no family support there. So, you know, I have to do the struggle all by myself. But nevertheless, being my own self-motivator, I can say that today I am not only the assistant teacher at the UWI Mona, I presently hold a certificate in social work. So I'm going up there. I'm going up there.
Nice. I see that you're keeping yourself well engaged. How did you get involved in youth development and youth-related activities?
Well, funny enough, I got invited to a fun day. And from there, just the warmth of the persons from different parishes, I just say, I have to go back. So, you know, from there, not only they wanting to go out, there are other things there that help me. It was like a home away from home. So keep going back every night and meeting new people and all that. It kind of help keep my sanity with all that's going on.
Nice, nice. It's good. So you see that sports is a good thing. It's just a pity we have curling also. You know, all sporting activities are somewhat postponed. But that time will come again when we get to hit the tracks, hit the field, kick some football, and have some fun. Yes. So what has been your greatest challenge, Lady McLean, and how have you overcome that challenge?
Well, my greatest challenge so far is financial wise. I know most time you want to go out there and help persons, or there are stuff that you want to do and you cannot do it. But nevertheless, having a job, I can do most things. So I'm getting there eventually.
Wonderful. Thank you. And how have you overcome that hurdle?
Well, being a part of so many youth groups, because I'm not only in youth club, I'm a part of the Kiwanis club as well. And I'm also a part of the board of representative for the Grand Span and Primary Infant School. So being engaged in so much activities, you get to meet people, you tell people your story, reach one, and then there's help along the way.
Nice. And my final question, Lady McLean.
Yes.
What is your charge or encouragement to the youths of Jamaica and those who are joining overseas? So to the world, what is your encouragement to the youths that are joining us now via our social media platforms?
Well, my charge, first and mostly, is you have to be your own motivator. Secondly, find a youth movement. It doesn't have to be a police youth club, but just find a youth movement where you can have that family bond to keep you intact.
Nice, definitely. Really loving those. Really loving those. Let me say thank you. And this is just you must be wondering why this is so short. You want to hear a lot more things because this lady is well incorporated in all the various groups and activities. She had one with a bag of things. Yeah. Yes. So I know you must be wondering, why is so short? I want to hear more. But guess what, guys? You can look out. You will see the upload of the story of the full stories when that time comes. So just look out for that, and it will be uploaded sometime this month. And you can check out our various social media platforms at NYCJ_, whether YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, and you will be able to participate and be a part of Lady Kamisha. Please. Thank you, Lady Kamisha. And at this time, we continue with our story highlight. And we have a young man with us this evening. And his name is Sir Todd Haslam.
Yeah.
Yes, Sir Todd. Greetings, Sir Todd. How are you, sir?
Greetings. I'm outstanding, but still improving.
Love that. Say that one more time for the youth of Jamaica.
I'm outstanding, but I'm still improving.
Wonderful. So tell us about yourself, Sir Todd Haslam.
All right, as you know, my name is Todd Haslam. I'm actually the immediate past president for the Optimist Club of West Portland. It's an international non-profit organization. So I'm actually an advisor on the board of committee, but I'm a success-driven young man, one who tries to excel in everything I do, try to leave my footprint on the hearts of people and in the community work that I do.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hashtag outstanding, but still improving. Nice. I had that hashtag to whatever I'm posting next. Indeed. What has it been like in youth work for you, in youth development and youth work? How did you get involved in youth work?
Well, honestly, it's something that I've always been passionate about. I've always loved to give a helping hand to all the people in need, especially since I look around, like observing my community and the nation at large. I see that there is a serious identity crisis with our young people, and there's so much untapped potential that is just waiting for the right mentorship. for them to be manifested in its right season. So I met this church brother of mine. His name is Shane Miller. He introduced me to the Optimist Club of West Portland. They were actually having an oratorical competition. So he asked me if I wanted to do it, and then I was shy. So I was like, no, I'm going to be in front of so many people. If I make a little mistake, them are going to laugh. Can't do that. I have a reputation here. So he actually helped me to overcome that struggle of mine. So I gained some confidence by representing the Optimist Club of West Portland on national TV. So that's how I actually became a part of the youth development. And I started from there until they saw something in me that I didn't see at the time that was potential. So they actually elected me as president. And from there on, I just started to do as much as I could because I didn't have much to give, but I gave all that I had. So as it regards to resources and stuff like that, I didn't have much of that, but like my time, effort, talent, everything that I had in me, that's all I gave. And it actually caused a paradigm shift in my community.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful indeed, sir. I'm happy you mentioned something that is real, is a real reality, an identity crisis for people. And I'm happy that you have been working to address such a concern and rebel issue in the nation. Sir Hossam, what has been your greatest challenge and how have you overcome?
All right, I think that would definitely be financially related. Again, like I want to do so much in my community, but there's always a lack in resources. So that's always been a challenge for me and my club members. But as they always say, there's no I in team. So through hard work and dedication, we all have achieved. So what we did to overcome those challenges, like every time that challenge pops up, we always tap into our individual network. So reach out to people closest to us, ask for anything that they can contribute because it's always for a worthy cause. So people normally help us in any way or form that they can, whether monetary wise or whatever they have, like resources or stuff like that. They always help us because they always see the end result. So that's always a challenge, but we always overcome.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes.
Yeah.
And I must say I'm happy for the level of persistence you have been continuing with as you seek to address various concerns and challenges that lies in your community. So continue to work, Sir Aslan. My final question, sir. What is your word of encouragement or what is your charge to the nation at this time? So to all the young persons listening all around the world, those who are on Facebook, those who are on Instagram, those who are joining us via YouTube, what is your encouragement and charge then?
All right, seeing that I get this platform to address the nation at large, I just want to tell all the young people that you are poised for greatness. No matter what they've told you, no matter what you've heard, whether it be family members, whatever they've told you that is negative, don't believe it. Because like my father always tell me that you will never see someone stoning an empty mango tree. There has to be something of value in that tree for them to be stoning you. So just keep working hard. Always be an original because it's worth more than a copy. Be the best version of yourself. Like I've always considered myself to be just like a river with the right pressure. Like I can be a powerful thing, but just like the river bank, it's used to guide the river. So just find the right mentorship, find the right people, align yourself with people that can see the same vision that you can see, because you have so many people that want to pull from you and don't want to add any substance to you. So just find a family. You can do this.
Oh, wow. What a mouthful of encouragement must say. Thank you, Sir Haslam. Thank you, Sir Bafor, and thank you, Lady McLean. And indeed, we're grateful for the story highlights that we have received thus far. And I remind you once again, look out for the stories. They'll be popping up sometime soon on our social media handles. So if you have not yet followed the social media pages, if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, just go ahead and do that right now. So we continue this evening, and as we take down the curtains, at this time we invite Lady Sandra White, who will be doing the vote of thanks for us at this time. Right. Lady White, over to you.
Master of Ceremony, Mr. Ricardo Melo, representative from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Mrs. Charlene Mattox Bent, executives from the National Youth Council of Jamaica, members of the community-based organization, special invited guests, sponsors, the Jamaican National Bank, awardees, viewers online via our Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel, good evening. It gives me great pleasure to extend gratitude on behalf of the youth, the National Youth Council of Jamaica, Tell Your Life Story team for this amazing award ceremony. Master of Ceremony, Mr. Miller, thank you for hosting a well-organized and noble initiative. Mr. Ricardo Freeman, thank you for your fervent prayer that serenaded the atmosphere for a beautiful evening. Miss Anna-Kay McIntosh, General Secretary for the National Youth Council of Jamaica, thank you so much for vote of thanks. Special thanks to our programs manager and first deputy chairman, Mr. Kimani Martin. Well done, sir. Initiative noted and well accepted. Mrs. Mattox Bent, your continued support for youth development in and across the island has been duly noted, and we commend you for the overwhelming support, be it night or day. Thank you, Mrs. Bent. Your steadfastness, the steadfast and budgeting of unwavering support through the Jamaican National Bank, through Mr. The unwavering support through the Jamaican National Bank, leading bank for youth development in Jamaica, must not go unnoted. Jamaica National, we thank thee. Mr. Rashawn Morgan, your enthralling speech encouraged youth, even from the grassroots level, not to give up on self and not to change to please others, but to change to please themselves. Sir, we thank you that your encouragement and or your charge to the youths as they make a choice to select a course that leads to that change to be a positive run to represent the choice. To all the awardees, congratulations and well-deserved. Once again, on behalf of the National Youth Council of Jamaica, let me express our deepest gratitude for all parties involved and we wish for you a fantastic afternoon.
Thank you, Lady Sandra White. And let me say, if you're wondering, what does the award looks like? It is now that time for us to unveil the awards. So the awards will be presented by the Youth Innovation Centers. So the various awardees will pick up their awards and do their official photo via their Youth Innovation Center. But we'll show you the sample at this time of the awards. Nice. Looking lovely, looking lovely, looking lovely. Once again, we say thank you for joining us for our virtual awards ceremony. Indeed, it was my pleasure to serve as your host, and we take down the curtain this evening. We look forward to see you in future sessions. So until we meet again, enough blessings. Stay safe.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is believe my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a take plane like JUTC. When you see me, it's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call is like roars after roars. Sweet melody and chords after chords. Them lock a one door, me bust doors after doors after doors after doors after doors after doors. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. The blessing does a flow over. This a copia and a cover. Judge a soldier from boardhouse to sidewalk to leather sofa. Them say me living like the coast and no track, no sir. Me no mix up in a coca. Marijuana no dust to the nose ya. I no powder, not a obia. Can't get over. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a thank God for me blessing. No, me can afford to give back to some of the same people. Them we used to set things, all who used to set him. Now bust him, can't bust them. Same one I take bust, come on stage trophy, call up them. But me still a call up them. Bust them, but me can't trust them. See them, but me not touch. No, hate them, but me can't love them. From Trenchtown, Annex, Star Rise again. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look look at me now, oh, look at me now. And me just tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now.